friends, this is the Mrs. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead. What I got in here is, well, they're eggshells. They're burnt, of course, but because I left them too long in the oven. But that's not going to make any difference. They're still sharp. And I'm going to put these on either side of my cabbage plant to protect them, oops, from slugs. Now every so often I have to take the tent off so that I can weed them, because the weeds get protected right along with the cabbage. But we're just going to weed around the cabbage. The only thing that tent is for at this point, because the weather's warm enough for these cabbage, the only thing the tent is really there for is to keep the cabbage moths off. But they don't keep the slugs off. So what we're going to do is we're going to just scatter some of these burnt eggshells around the cabbage plant. Slugs do not like them. Some people have had no luck with the eggshells, but I have, and I'm convinced it's because I toast them. Now, of course, I wasn't going to burn them, but I toast them, and it makes them really sharp. All right, I'm going to continue to do this, and then I'm going to put the tent back on, and then we're going to go and work in the corn. Isn't this just a marvelous thing? Boom. What I'm doing now is, this is my Indian corn, and they're now up 6 to 10 inches. Now, I had chipmunk issues, and they got in, and every time I planted corn, they seemed to take every other seed from me, but they left me enough to grow. Now what this is these are climbing beans. Some of them are Cherokee Trail of Tears, and some of them, these big ones with the purple spots, are scarlet runners. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant 3 beans around each corn, and as the beans grow, they will climb up and wind themselves around the corn, supporting the corn, and the corn supporting the beans. Also, corn strips the soil of nitrogen, and beans are a nitrogen fixer, and they put it back into the soil. Look at these potato plants. It's time to roll up the sides. These were just covered the other day. I'm going to go ahead and roll up the sides of my planter bags here, my potato bags. Now look at how easy that just rolls right up. There's no worm hitching a ride on the outside of the potato bag there, and put them in there. Now this one's rolled up all the way. It's rolled up all the way, so it's going to take a couple of buckets of dirt. So I'm going to say this design's really doing well, eh dear? Now I was told to cover the plants right up. We'll see. Here comes bucket number 3. Just kind of sift it. And while you fill it up, I think that's enough. I don't like the idea of completely covering the plant. Oh shoot. Sorry, darling. I know I wouldn't like to be completely covered, but then I'm not a potato plant. There's one, and that potato bag is completely unrolled. So I have a feeling these are going to do really, really well. Okay, folks, it's Tuesday, and here we've covered up our potatoes. I still can't bring myself to completely cover them. I got to have a little bit of green showing. This is that tire planter, and I'll update you in a couple of days to see how well this went. All right, we're just putting these puppies to bed. There you go. Anyway, this is the Mrs. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead with just another day in the garden.